Everyone calls Titanfall, Apex Legends, or Quake the kings of movement shooters, but 20 years ago, there was a game that made them look slow. You remember it. Late nights on MSN, Linkin Park off LimeWire, MapleStory or RuneScape until you passed out. And the next morning, when you're finally awake and alert, you logged on Gunz the Duel, the forgotten king of movement shooters. I've been gaming since before I could read. I've played hundreds of games, from casual MMOs to the toughest or most competitive games, but Gunz the Duel is still the undisputed GOAT, and I'm here to show you why this forgotten king of movement shooters still deserves its crown in 2025. When I say I was gaming since before I could read, I don't mean I played Super Mario once. I mean I woke up early to grind Diablo 2 before preschool. My favorite game then was Super Mario RPG. I couldn't read, so when I discovered the final boss had a second phase, I had my mom transcribe a letter to my brother explaining it. By first grade, I was fighting Psycho Mantis and watching my brother wipe to Emerald Weapon. I mained Fox before Melee even came out, and by second grade, I knew a Zerg build order up to 26 supply. My passion for video games has never faded, and over these last 27 years, I've seen and played a lot. I've competed in Melee tournaments on the big stage, hit rank 1 in multiple games, and beaten some of the hardest games ever made. But when I was 13, I found a masterpiece that hooked me more than anything else. At first, I couldn't even comprehend what I was seeing. A guy flying up the side of a wall to reach the 3rd floor of a map. But once I jumped in, I was instantly in love. In that first week, I'd sit in class with my eyes closed, imagining myself playing guns. When people asked me what I was doing, I'd just say, I'm playing guns. Within a year, it had become my favorite game of all time, and while my interests shifted over the years, nothing has ever challenged its place at the top. Gunz lived alongside MapleStory, World of Warcraft, and Counter-Strike Source, but unlike those games, it left almost no cultural footprint. No merch, no fan art, no esports spotlight. And yet, for the people who played it, Gunz was unforgettable. Millions played it, casually or competitively, and almost everyone remembers it fondly. Even at its core, Gunz was flashy, rolling backwards on Mansion, spraying down enemies with SMGs. It was fun, but we all couldn't help but notice that crazy flying monkey going around killing everyone. Maybe it looked like fly hacks or lag, but it was really what we now call Kstyle. Kstyle uses a series of animation cancels and exploits to bring fighting game execution to shooters, unlocking a new level of speed and creativity no other shooter has ever matched. Suddenly, this random third-person shooter became an absolute work of art. 400, 500, even 700 actions per minute, chaining every technique and every piece of terrain into an endless flow. But it wasn't just about fast hands. Positioning, spacing, and team coordination mattered just as much. Matches felt like chess played at lightning speed. And with esports barely existing at the time, Gunz's clan wars and early tournaments felt like esports before esports was even a word. So why didn't Gunz explode into the next big esport? Honestly, it had everything except support. The netcode was broken, shots just didn't register. We called it lead, where you had to shoot ahead of your target based on their ping. On top of that, the cash app was pure pay to win, costing $50 to $60 a month just to keep up. And while there was some competitive structure, there was no proper ranked or matchmaking system, so new players would just get destroyed until they learned Kstyle. The lack of support also meant hackers ran rampant. All of this eventually pushed players onto sketchy illegal private servers, where fans improved the netcode and patched hacks themselves. While that fixed some problems, it created plenty more. It also caused for some funny moments, like the best compliment possible, a ban for aimbotting because I hit 10 shots in a row on an undercover GM, back when anti-lead was new and people didn't think aim like that was possible. In 2012, a new company stepped in with an update, but it didn't fix the core issues, so players just went straight back to private servers, and by 2013, the official servers were shut down for good. Until now. At last, Gunz is being remastered, this time with the updates and support it always deserved. The biggest problem is finally solved. No more shooting ahead of people and praying your bullets connect. Now the game actually plays the way it was always meant to. Back then, if you weren't paying $50 a month, you weren't competing. Now it's free to play with cosmetics only. In 2007, esports barely existed. Today, competitive infrastructure is everywhere: tournaments, streaming, and ranked play. If Gunz catches on this time, it finally has the environment it always needed to thrive. Most importantly, the things that made Gunz unforgettable have never changed. The speed, the creativity, the movement. No other shooter has matched it. And now, with its biggest flaws fixed, there's nothing holding it back. The forgotten king of movement shooters is ready to reclaim its crown. If you want to be a part of that, wishlist Gunz the Duel on Steam right now and sign up for the closed beta on their website. The beta starts soon and full release is planned for later this year. Gunz is back, baby.